The Taluka of Salsette was one of Portugal's early conquests when they set foot in Goa. Not many know of the etymology of the name Salsette. Salsette, which means sasast, in Sanskrit refers to the number 66. Some guess that it probably got its name after the legend of the Gaud Saraswat Brahmin families who settled in the Konkan region. From their large numbers, 66 families came to Salsette. In this taluka, one can find many so-called Indo-Portuguese houses, huge balconies, an imposing entrance, and beautiful furniture takes us back in time. It was in the halls of these houses that Mando used to be performed. During 451 years of colonial history, Catholic Goans used music as a mediator of identity negotiation. In a political context repressing musical sonority of Indian flavor, in which Portuguese was the official language, Catholic Goans created their own music, sung in Konkani, and performed according to Portuguese models. Mando is a good example of this and was able to acquire an emblematic status. It would be commonly sung at social and religious occasions of the Catholics, like weddings. The songs would relate to the occasion, singing praises of the beauty of the bride, a girl pining for a lover, etc., but was also a reminder of love lost. The themes of the Mando are varied. A jilted lover crying, young lovers making sweet promises. Lovers parting are enough to make you leave your inhibitions and become one with the emotions on display. Sometimes you feel like crying, and sometimes you are left amused. A lot of the Mandos have many Portuguese words which have entered into the everyday parlance of the people. The Mandos of the later years also speak of political events and also take on a satirical tone. The ghumot and violin are vital to a Mando performance. The thump on the ghumot is the cue for the Mando to begin. The guitar is also used as an accompaniment to the Mando. A glance at these instruments and you will see the fine blend of the Eastern and Western influence, of the foreign and native fusion which renders the Mando unique. The women wear a panu baju or torob baz made of silk and velvet and a long sleeve blouse. The hair is neatly tied up in a bun with an embellishment stuck in. The look is completed with a fan in hand. The men wear suits with a bow tie or a necktie. 2 rows, one of women and one of men, are formed. Sometimes it's a combination of 2 couples standing alongside each other. The women gently sway in their places. The men standing at a distance from the women eye the women, pretending to court them.
Antigamente Mando era composto pela certa classe e também cantado pela certa classe elite, como se diz. Mas hoje, todos cantam Mando E ainda bem que está inculcado em todos os goeses, e assim é que nós guardamos a nossa cultura.
The mandos, which have a slow beat, have fast-paced ditties sung at the end of it, which are called dulpods. Apart from having a faster rhythm, the dulpods differ from the mando in the content of the song. While the mandos represent a class living a sophisticated, elegant lifestyle, the dulpods are more rustic in nature.
O dulpod vai falando de coisas diferentes, coisas que ocorrem na vida, seja político, seja qualquer coisa na aldeia, ou se alguém quer vingar ou dar uma piada a alguém, outro, que não está em boas relações, também fala daquilo. Neste caso, há um dulpod que fala de peixeira que vai amapsar, e depois também fala de um cesto de flores. E em vez de dizer que as flores já voaram com o vento, diz que o cesto é que voou todo inteiro com o vento, né? O senhor tira o lenço na última parte do dulpod, quando o senhor pensa que já tem conquistado a senhora.
Whether the Mando can be classified as a traditional folk performance has been debated often. One argument states that since the Mando has no indigenous links to Goa, and since it began much later than other Goan traditional folk performances, the Mando cannot be considered a traditional folk performance. But the other side of the argument says the Mando's music may have a Western flavor, but the contents of the songs and the purpose for which they are sung are outright indigenous. Disputes aside, the Mando still remains a much-loved dance form of Goa.